Hey everybody, Malcolm here. Let's be real for a second. We're living more and more of our lives online these days. We're talking banking, shopping, even just catching up with friends. And all of that means there are people out there who want to exploit that, right? They want your data, your money, your identity, the whole 9 yards. So today, we're diving headfirst into Cybersecurity 101. We're talking about practical steps to level up your defenses and keep your digital life, well, yours. First up, let's talk about network security. Think of your network like the walls of your digital castle. You wouldn't leave your castle gates wide open, would you? A strong firewall is like having a vigilant guard at the gate, checking everyone's ID before they can even knock on your door. And speaking of keeping those pesky intruders out, we got to talk about malware. These nasty little programs are designed to sneak onto your devices and wreak havoc. But don't worry, we've got you covered. We're going to show you how to spot those phishing emails that are just begging you to click on that suspicious link. Remember, a little bit of caution goes a long way in the digital world. Okay, so we've secured the perimeter, but what about the treasure inside your castle? We're talking about your personal information, those precious data nuggets that you don't want falling into the wrong hands. Think passwords, credit card numbers, social security numbers, the whole shebang. Strong, unique passwords are key here, people. And don't even get me started on those folks who use password 123 for everything. Come on, guys, step up your password game. We'll dive into password managers and multi-factor authentication because, trust me, it's way less of a hassle than dealing with a stolen identity. Now let's talk about the apps you use every day. You know, those little icons on your phone that you tap on without a second thought? Well, those apps can be vulnerable too. Developers work hard to secure their code, but sometimes those sneaky hackers find a way in. That's why it's crucial to keep your apps updated. Those updates often include security patches that fix those vulnerabilities, basically patching up the holes in your digital armor. And while we're at it, let's be smart about the apps we download. Stick to official app stores and avoid anything that looks shady. Chapter 4, Cloud Security. Your data's up in the air, literally. The cloud, it's everywhere these days, right? We're storing our photos, our documents, maybe even our entire music library up in this nebulous digital space. But here's the thing. The cloud is just a fancy word for someone else's computers. And just like your own devices, those computers need to be secured. We're talking about choosing reputable cloud providers, those companies with a good track record of keeping their users' data safe. And remember how we talked about strong passwords? Yeah, that applies to your cloud accounts too. All right, let's talk about those gadgets we're all glued to. Laptops, smartphones, tablets, even those smart refrigerators that can order groceries for you. Each one of these devices is an entry point for hackers, a potential weak link in your digital chainmail. That's why it's crucial to treat each device with the same level of security. Strong passwords, yes them again, up-to-date software and a healthy dose of caution when connecting to public Wi-Fi are all part of a solid endpoint security strategy. Ever wished you could send secret messages that only your intended recipient could read? Well, that's basically what cryptography does for your digital life. We're talking about scrambling your data so that even if it falls into the wrong hands, it's just a jumbled mess. Think of it like sending a locked treasure chest through the mail. Only the person with the right key can unlock it and see what's inside. Encryption is like that digital lock, protecting your sensitive information from prying eyes. Okay, let's face it. Even with the best cybersecurity measures in place, sometimes those digital bad guys still manage to slip through the cracks. But don't panic. Having a solid incident response plan can mean the difference between a minor hiccup and a full-blown digital disaster. We're talking about knowing how to identify a breach, containing the damage, and recovering your data. It's all about being prepared and having a plan in place before disaster strikes. So there you have it, the basics of cybersecurity to help you navigate the digital world with a little more confidence. Remember, it's not about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. Just like you wouldn't leave your front door unlocked at night, don't leave your digital life vulnerable to attack. Keep those passwords strong, stay informed about the latest threats, and remember, a little bit of vigilance goes a long way. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the essential aspects of cybersecurity. Stay safe and secure in the digital world.